stay till the end of the meeting this night, whether the network like it or not. So if you are going to stay till the end, go to the comment section and type, I must stay till the end. Not just staying to the end, but penning things down, getting things that you are going to be utilizing. The wise one will come to meeting, get the information and utilize it. But those unwise one will just join the meeting just for the joining sake, just for the sake of formalities, and then they want their name to be screenshot. They will be dragging. My name is not in the attendance. That's what they are looking for. But the wise one will come here to get what? To get the information, to get the nitty-gritty that is required of him or her to build this. Now, before I go on, I really want to appreciate my mentor for giving me the opportunity. When I saw my name, I was like, who I be? But the grace of God, the privilege that was given to me today, I don't take it for granted. And now we are going to, this is a 7:55. We are diving into the business of the day immediately. And going to go on now. I'm going to see you all at the other side of the screen. Make sure you are paying attention. Make sure you are putting things down on what we will have today. And what are we talking about today? The blueprint, part 3. I need you to pay attention now. If you are ready, type ready on the comment section. If you are ready, type ready. If you are ready, type ready. Let me know how many of us that are excited about this meeting. If you are ready, go to the comment section and type I am ready. I am ready for tonight. If you are ready, go to the comment section and type I am ready for tonight. In fact, type I am ready for tonight if you are ready. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a good number of us. We are ready. We are ready for this. All right, let's get it started.
And I'm going to go straight to the point. We're talking about the blueprint, the third pillar. On the first day of this year, we started by talking about the blueprint for 2026. On the 1st of January, I had a meeting where I talked about the blueprint. What is the blueprint? The blueprint is how to align yourself with what 2026 has, and how to make sure that you arrive at the end of 2026 the way you want to arrive. The blueprint is a roadmap to a destination. A lot of us, at the end of 2025, we looked at December 31st, 2025, and we said, this is not where we wanted to arrive at when we started the year 2025. January 1st, 2025, everybody was excited. They had a plan, they had a goal, they had dreams. But fast forward to December 2025, a lot of people have not arrived at where they wanted to arrive. Number one, some people didn't even know where they were going to. Number two, people didn't have the roadmap. Number three, people had the roadmap, but they didn't have a blueprint, the step-by-step on how to get it done. So we said in 2026, we're not going to make the same mistakes we keep making. So in 2026, 1st of January, I brought out the blueprints, the roadmap and the blueprint. And if you follow this roadmap and the blueprint, by December 2026, you will arrive at the destination. If you don't follow it, if you come listen to these trainings and immediately these trainings are done, you just continue life as usual, December 2026 will definitely come, and the end result will tell whether you follow the blueprint or not. So we said the blueprint for the year is the rise of legacy builders. We marked our 10th year this year, and for 10 years we've been on this business. God has helped us, God has shown us mercy, we've surmounted all kinds of obstacles, and we said in this 10th year, which is the beginning of a new decade, we're going to raise legacy builders. Legacy builders are builders that build something that will stand the test of time. You know, we don't want to build farmers, we don't want to build hunters, we want to build builders. And I said that and I explained it in that blueprint that the business we do, we're building an organization. And I said that if you don't build, you discover that after a lot of years, you will look back and you will not find anything tangible. A lot of us are farmers, we're plants. And when you plant something, after a season, you have to come back and plant again. When you finish eating the corn, you have to come back and plant again. We don't want to be farmers. We want to be builders. When you build something, after several, like the person that built this building, I'm sure this building is how many years ago, but in the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, this building will still be standing. But the person that planted that orange, that mango, that guava, it may not be there. So we said this year we're not going to be farmers, we're going to be builders. So that the next 10 years, when you come back and say, what have I spent 10 years of my life doing? You can say, yes, this is what I spent my life doing. You can have the receipts of your building. I also said that for you to build, every building must be tested. So what you're building and what you're building on matters very well. If you're building on sand, you can build something massive. When the wind comes, when the storm comes, it can shake up everything that you're building. And I said every building will be tested. There are two things that test or challenge the authenticity of every building. Don't think you're building, it will not be tested. We have been tested and will keep being tested. Every building will be tested. The reason buildings are tested is because buildings are ideologies. And ideologies will always fight ideologies. So other ideologies will fight your ideology. So every building will be tested. And there are two things that test every building. Number one are other buildings, other ideologies, other school of thought, other people that believe contrary to what you believe. They will come and test and try to shake your building. The second thing that will also test your building are the storms of life, the challenges of life, the wind situation. And if your building falls, you would have wasted your time. When the first test, when the other ideologies, there's some people that believe that wages are better than profits. And your building believes that profits are better than wages. So the people that believe that wages are better than profits, when they will come to challenge you, if you fail,
What
it will be
an
better you
emergency
did not build.
meeting.
The other ideologies that fight your ideologies, the ones I told you guys, I said in this life we are just agents of different ideologies. Just like in a game, there are two sides. In several games, there may be more than 24 sides. All right. In the World Cup, maybe 48 sides or 36 sides or 24 sides. I can't remember the new number of countries. But we're just in a game, and every side is holding their ideology, their country, their culture. AFCON just finished. Everybody is holding their culture. While preparing for this training, I did not even watch the finals. I don't even know who won till now. But I'll finally know after today. But I know that between Morocco and Senegal, somebody won. But whoever won, that person has held up the ideology of his country. So it's a game of ideologies. So yesterday, Morocco clashed against Senegal. one ideology won. If you go to Morocco, they have an ideology, they have a culture. If you go to Senegal, they have a culture, they have an ideology, and their flag represents that. So the flag that will be flying high yesterday is either of the ideologies of the countries that won the AFCON. Nigeria was knocked out. I know that we won the third place, but we were knocked out in the semi-finals. As a result, you see, when you're defeated, you can't promote your ideology. If Nigeria had won this AFCON, the flag, everybody, the whole world, you can imagine. I'm sure a lot of people, if Nigeria had gotten to the finals, I'm sure a lot of people would have flown to Morocco to go and watch the finals. They are promoting our culture, promoting our ideology, promoting the things about us. So like I said, even though this is a digression, but I'm trying to buttress the point. Like I said, every ideology is fought by other ideologies. So the first thing that fights you are other ideologies that are contrary to your ideology. The second thing that fights you are the storms and the challenges and the winds of life. So if you're building on sand, when the ideologies fight you or when the storms fight you, you collapse. If you're building on a rock, when the ideologies come to fight you and the storms and the winds of life, which are the second things that fight ideologies, come to fight you, you stand. So the longevity or the legacy effect of your building depends on what you're building on and how you're building. That is why the blueprint is coming to show us not just to build, but how do you build so that when the storms of life come, when the challenges of life come, you stand strong. How do you build so that when other ideologies come against you, you stand strong? How do you build when other entities that are against the entity that you're representing come against you, you stand strong? And the blueprint is a way to show you what you need to do, step by step, so that at the end of 2026, at the end of the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you can say, yes, I built a team, I built a business that has stood the test of time. That's just background. So the first pillar, I now said that this building, for any building, for you to build for legacy, for you to build a building, a business that will stand the test of time. So we're talking about business. We're not talking about physical building. We're talking about building a business, building an organization, building a tribe. There are 7 pillars on which this building must stand. Those 7 pillars on which this building must stand must be, all of them must be there. If a table is standing on 3 legs, it can be shaken. So I talked about the first pillar, which is the motive for the building. What is the motive behind what you're doing? The motive is what is driving what you're doing. And I made it clear. I said the motive for our business cannot be financial motive, even though you're coming here to make money. But the reason behind what you're doing has to be something bigger than money making. Because if money making is the reason why you're doing what you're doing, when you find another way to make money, even if it doesn't align with the cultures and the values of what you're building, you will stray. So even though you're here to make money, I give an example, you're going to somebody's wedding, of course you want to eat rice, you want to drink, want to eat food, and you want to have drinks. But the reason you're going for the motive of going for that person's wedding is not because you want to eat food and want to drink. If that is your motive, then you're not a true friend. Because on your way, if you find another place, oh, maybe they're sharing only rice here, and here they're sharing both rice and banga, because your motive is food, and your belly is what is pushing you, you will quickly divert to the other place, because what is driving you is food. But if your motive is, I want to go and celebrate, I want to go and see the job to be there, I want to celebrate the day of my friends and all that, if that is your motive, then when somebody is telling you, oh, they're serving salad there, they're serving bagiri, they're serving this and all of that, you tell them, I know, even though I'm hungry, even I want to eat, but that's not my motive. So your motive channels you properly. You still go to your friend's wedding and you support him and you do everything because that is your motive. And when you get to that wedding, if anybody is fine, even if they anger you, if somebody insults you or gets you sad and all of that, because you're by right, you're supposed to flare up and scatter the place. But no, that's not my motive. My motive is to make sure this person is happy. So you can endure all the insults. I was at the wedding not so long, some time ago, and when I got there, I saw some things that would have made me even walk out of the wedding. But I said, no, my motive for coming here is to make sure that this person is happy today. That's my motive. If my motive was, oh, let me come here, let it be that, oh, maybe they recognize me, or maybe they introduce me. If that was my motive, and if you go there and they don't introduce you the way you want to be introduced, you will go out, you'll be start feeling angry. I'm giving an example, I'm just giving a hypothetical. But if your motive is, I want to make sure this person is happy, even if you're maltreated, even if you're not treated properly, because that's not your motive, you will stay put and make sure that your motive, which is to make the person happy, happens. So I'm trying to explain the motive behind it. So you need to make sure that the motive behind what you're doing is pure. I'm not going to go over it because of time. The second pillar I talked about was hard work. Intense, deliberate, and structured hard work. Time will fail me to go into that, but what I said is, if you are not hardworking, if you are not hardworking, life will be hard. And in a recent training I did, which I also post maybe this week, I did 2 trainings when I defined hard work. Apart from the question and answers, I'm going to post it this week on the Warrior Leaders page. Now, I explained the difference between hard work and working hard. I said, if you are hard working, your life will be easy. But if you can be working hard and your life will be hard. There's a difference between hard work and working hard. I explained it in that training. You can go for it. Hard work is a noun. Working hard is a verb. They are two different things. You can't be hard working and your life will be hard. It's not possible. But you can work hard and your life will be hard. I explained that. So I talked about hard work, intense, deliberate, and structured hard work as one of the pillars. Let nobody deceive you that there is a shortcut. When you're not hardworking, there's a shortcut. Let nobody deceive you. Let nobody tell you, you see, we have this, go online, you see all kinds of stories. I made it, I did this thing, I just blow. I placed the bet. And I told you guys that when man fell, hard work became one of the universal laws. So no matter what you do, if you are not hardworking, you can't succeed. You might make money. You can be successful, you can hit money without hard work. But because there's a law that governs hard work, if you do that, it becomes a system glitch. And system glitches are corrected over time. So you can blow, you can say, I don't work hard now. I just throw one bet. I just bought one land. It appreciated, I made money. I just did one bet. I just gambled. All of a sudden I made money. That can happen. But those are system glitches. And I said glitches are corrected over time. Why? Because there's a law of hard work that's embedded in the universe. That is what makes everything, brings out the quality. Someone say, oh, but I have favor. He said, favor comes, the wisest man, the Holy Book said, favor comes to those that work hard. So I talked about your hard work must be intense. In those 2 trainings, I explained it further. Your hard work must be intense, it must be structured, and it must be deliberate. If those 3 things are not part of your hard work, then I'm sorry, you may not be able to build what will last. So let me go today to the 3rd pillar. Now, the 3rd pillar is very critical because it doesn't matter what you're building. When the challenges of life comes, what will determine whether what you're building will stand is the material with which you're building with. What are you building with? Are you building with sand? Those days when we were kids, we go and build and put you're building with mud. Oh, this is fine. Somebody will just come and kick it. You're fighting with your friend, they'll come and kick it. Everything don't kick. Your castle. We'll build castles, but we'll build it with sand, with mud, with pebbles. So the longevity of every building is based on or determined by the quality of material used in the building. And that is the 3rd pillar today. The 3rd pillar, I'm going to be talking about the 3rd pillar is the character of the building blocks. So number 3 is character. The 3rd pillar is character. Now, if you don't take into cognizance what I'm saying, You can build and it will look fine. And everybody will be admiring it. Oh, they'll be praising you. They'll be praising you. They'll be recognizing you. Oh, they'll be clapping for you. When the storm comes and the character is not solid, that is when everything you have built will be scattered. I'm sure we're all in this country. I'm sure we're not ignorant of one of a personality that what I'm saying just happened. Everybody was praising him. Oh, this, oh, this, oh, this. Even commended him. They even called him to come and take, our platform is not to castigate anybody, just for purposes of understanding. But as time went on, and everything, the person went from the victor to the villain. So you must go back and check your character of what you're building. So not after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, there was a police officer in this country that was decorated at the highest level. Everybody, all medals, his name was at the mouth of everybody. He was even being tipped to become the IG or something several years ago. And everybody saw him as a hero. He was indeed a hero. But over time, when challenges came, when character flaws came out, I think the person was even incarcerated. And that is how everything the person has built gone. What I'm saying this is, while you still have the time, go and check the character of what you're building. Go and check the character of the building blocks. So not when you're 60, 70, you look back and say, what have I done? What have I built? This year is the rise of legacy builders. We're not just building, we're building for legacy. Legacy is something that will that will outlive you. We're not doing something here so we can make quick cash and go. No, we're doing something that will outlive us so that 100 years after you're dead, they're still referring to something that you did while you were alive. This Zoom that we're using, this internet that we're using, the people the founding fathers are not alive. But we're still, what I'm talking to you now on the internet, because some people set the pace for what we're enjoying. You may not remember their names, but you can remember them by what they're doing. It's not about calling your name. It's not about being ego. Oh, your name, let your name be remembered. Not necessarily. Nobody's doing anything for their name to be remembered. We're doing so that our acts, our building, what we have done with our life. If I spend 70 years on earth, if I spend 80 active years on earth, let my 80 active years lead to something that 200 years after I am gone, the effect of my life, people will still be enjoying it. They may not be thanking me. They may not even know my name per se, but they will. Wherever I am, I will know that it is because of me this is happening. That is the full meaning of life. So for us to build something that will outlast us, you need to check the character of what you're building, the quality of the building blocks. Are you using iron? Because I've not seen some buildings they say collapsed. If you check the character, they either didn't put enough quality materials or they use substandard materials. Most of the house that you see born and all of that is because the wire, instead of using 10 millimeter wire, in order to save cost, you're using 2 millimeter wire. When pressure surges, everything scatters and buildings are burnt. Character is something that you must go into if you want to build a legacy that will last. But let me say this. Why character is important is, in our business, we said the greatest thing you get from this business is it's not the money you make, but who you become. Listen to me very carefully as I set the foundation of this character. The best thing that's happened to me in this business is not the monies I've made, but who I have become in the process of doing this business. That is where character is built. Listen to me carefully. There are two things that come to fight the building. The first one is ideologies. Ideologies come to fight the ideology. And when two people are fighting, the stronger person wins. The strength lies in the character. It's not by muscle. I told you guys when I talked about positioning yourself for the next dispensation. I said days are gone when people win because they have muscles. No. In this civilization, people win due to strength. And that strength is your strength of character. The ideologies that will come and fight you will not come and punch you in the face. They will test your character level. And if your character level is not strong, you will bow. The ideologies that will come to fight you, they will overcome you if they have a stronger level of character. The storms and the challenges of life that will come to overwhelm you will overwhelm you if the strength of the wind is stronger than the foundation of the building. What was this building built with? What is the character for strength of character? The Diamond Project is a project that seeks to make you become the ultimate version of yourself, the best version of yourself. What it's talking about is the strongest version of yourself. And the just like Professor Sam was talking, he didn't know what I was going to talk about. The identity of who you are. Shine. something you can't use money. That's not how character is built. You don't build six packs in the movie theater. You don't build six packs in Buka restaurants. You don't, even though you would love to, but if it's six packs you want to build, there's a place that they build six packs. It's called the gym. If you're not ready to go to the gym, you can't build six packs. Character is not built on a sofa bed. Character is not built in the midst of your loving family members. I'm not saying you shouldn't have loving family members, but if it's character you want to build so that when the enemies come to attack you, you will overpower them. When other ideologies come to attack you, you overpower them. When the storms of life come to attack you, they will not overpower you. If it's strength of character you want to build, they are built in the minds. They are built in the trenches. They are built in the most uncomfortable positions. They are built in the gymnastic, in the gyms of life. So if you want to live a soft life, it's okay, enjoy. But when the things that come against you, you can't hold body. We know what we all understand when you say spoiled children that never did everything junior. When they go out and they face the issues of life, their fellow children will beat them. Because character is built in the most uncomfortable situations. So, build for to put themselves in. Nobody does that. Nobody does that realistically. I cannot. So because God understands that He's going to bring to you uncomfortable situations, character building scenarios. So what you're meant to do is to embrace it, not to run away from it. Just like nobody passes an exam without entering the exam hall. If you have, Shina, did they write that exam? Master too. Make I. Shina, for that hall did they write that exam? They say, nah, for that hall. Thank God say it told me, make I enter Okada, follow this way they go. You won't graduate. When I give you certificate, your name will not be there. She the bomb midnight can't come. Let's go up school and read from night to morning. I want to sleep. Oh, you see my bed there. I want to sleep. You climb on your bed and you're sleeping. It's okay. But when the time for them to call the best graduating students, you will not be there. Character is not built on the altar of luxury. It's built in the most uncomfortable place. Diamond. Oh, everybody has diamond. I think I have one. Everybody has knows diamonds. But guess what? That diamond that you're seeing is not. It didn't. You see it on the shelf. It wasn't there. It went through the hottest pressure. Diamonds are cold that has undergone severe temperature and pressure circumstances, and they come out as diamonds. They've gone to the mines, the diamond mines. They've gone to the trenches. They've gone. The diamond that you see and you're clamoring for has gone through the trenches. They've gone to the most unpleasant circumstance, and they came out and emerged the hardest occurring substance. You want to be a diamond, but you want to live soft. No. Gold is extracted through the furnace of fire. You can't say, I love gold, I love gold, I love gold. That gold you love, that you enjoy, that you're admiring, it came through fire. If it did not come through fire, it can't be gold. So if you want to build something that will last, you must build character. And character has to be built sometimes through the unpleasant circumstances. Now let me tell you something. What are the things that help us build character? What are the things that help us build character? One of the things that help you build character are human beings. Human beings are your character builders. If you understand what I'm about to tell you now, your whole life will change. Human beings are your character builders. Have you ever heard that statement, make it make sense? Just make it make sense. I'm sure the person that started the idea of aircraft, it didn't make sense. The Wright brothers that said we want metal objects to fly in the air, I'm sure the father was asking them, make it make sense. Because the father was head of Council of American Society of Engineers. The things that you enjoy today, the breakthroughs of this world, it did not start with make it make sense. It was because it didn't make sense. That's why it's making sense today. Was it Isaac Newton that said that, either Isaac Newton or Michael Faraday, one of those guys said, if it makes sense, count me out, because I didn't achieve what I achieved today because I did things that made sense. So what am I saying is this. When human beings are sent to help build your character, don't be asking questions, make it make sense. Embrace them. Because human beings are the tools that will push you to sharpen your character. Because characters are built not in the midst of loved ones, but in the midst of adversaries, enemies. So when you see your closest friend that you fed while he was down, you even sent him to school, you even did everything. When you see the person fighting, you don't say, this is not making sense. I absorb it as this is what is going to help me build my character. For most leaders today, most of the leaders today, you've been tempted to quit your business. Not because of outsiders, but because of your people you have been working with, because of your teammates or downlines, the way they have pushed you. And you say, but it doesn't make sense. So I'm coming to tell you today that those people are sent your way so they can help you build character, so that when the battles of life come against what you're building, your strength remains. So one of the agents of character building are people. They will come, they will curse you, they will insult you. Make it make sense that by 8 o'clock, less than 1,000 people are in this Zoom room. Make it make sense. But I don't ask those questions again. I don't have to make it make sense. Because those are the things that come to build your character. Those are the things that come to stretch you to become what you're meant to be. Make it make sense that you tell your leader, start a meeting by 10 o'clock. By 10:30, the leader is nowhere to be found. And you're like, don't be angry. Absorb it. Because it's stretching your character. Because those are the things that will make what you're building stand. Oh. Time will fail me to delve into the nitty-gritty. But let me move on. Challenge. When the wind of life comes, you will stand. When other ideologies come to fight you, you will stand. I'm talking about 4 characters that you must build, you must imbibe. And these things are not done overnight. Some of us may want to go and invite those days. You're the one that go. Some of us, the gym does not come to you. You go to the gym and pay. Some of us have to invite some people. You know what? I like some of the people that you've discarded. You have to welcome them back, because I discarded you. I threw you away, but I forgot that you're the one that was supposed to have helped me build this character. Can't you see now? I'm deficient in this character. If there are people that what this business came to do is to build your character. But you threw the business away because you're looking for soft life. When the real issues of life come, your character defect will just open and you say, child. And asking, and that's then you want to start building character. No. The system that would have helped you build the character, you let it go. So for the reason God brought us into this business is to build our character. And let me say this. I'm going to say it and listen to it very carefully. Why do we have to build character? The reason we have to build character is because where we are going is great. Network marketing is the vehicle. It is not our destination. If I want to travel to in London and I decide to use British Airways, as far as I've not gotten to London, British Airways is my vehicle, is my means of transportation, is my flight. Is the vehicle that will take me to London, for example. I won't joke with my tickets. Even if I go there and the air hostess is insulting me, I will keep quiet because I am going to London. I won't say, why are you talking to me like that? If they tell you, say, please, I was traveling one day, a very expensive perfume that I bought. I thought I put it in my big luggage. I didn't know that I sprayed it that morning and I put it in my hand luggage. And they said will not pass. I think I was on an interconnecting flight. They said, this will not pass through this. I said, chai. I said, this perfume, I just bought it and and it's very expensive. They said, no. And the way the lady was saying, as if it was even a contraband, he was looking at it. I said, this is perfume, madam. He was looking at it as if maybe he thought the flight was coming from Nigeria. He was scrutinizing it. Now, I was on that trip with my mom, and my mom already got angry. I told my mom, please calm down, please, calm down, just easy. If you want to try the perfume. We are going somewhere. This is just a connecting trip. Please, this is a vehicle. So the lady did everything so disdaining, so like Nigeria, da. I kept my cool, no problem. We'll be here. Imagine you start fighting. I allow my mom, no mothers now. What we look at this small child, start scolding. They will carry both of us and say, go back. You get? So, this business for most people, for all of us, is a vehicle to a destination. Network marketing is not our final destination. Network marketing is a vehicle to our final destination. And let me say this. This is a training ground for our final destination. And those people that will be trained on the 7 pillars, especially this character, when we get to our final destination, what you are needed to begin to do what you're destined to do has been imputed into you. We started, Diamond Project was not the campaign we started. We started with the Own Your Life campaign in 2016. In 2020, we went to the La Buena Vida campaign. In 2024, we started the Diamond Project. This Diamond Project is the project we're going to continue with. But all these things are vehicles to lead us to the final destination. So while you are in this vehicle, there's certain character that you must imbibe. When we get to the final destination, which is the taking over of the real sector, that's the final. So when it's down time, say, I'm a mechanical engineer, you can collect a certificate. When they now put you in there, say, okay, you're a mechanical engineer, do this thing, you discover that you did not learn. So I implore everybody, while we're still with this vehicle, please use this vehicle and learn the things that you're going to learn. So in the next 7 years, 9 years, 10 years, 20 years, whenever the time is right, I'll say, okay, we now have 500,000 diamonds. Okay, let's move to the next stage. And you look at the people you're moving with, their character, they have been cut like diamonds. You can't push them over, you can't destroy them. And we begin to fulfill the purpose. You might check yourself, I'm not wearing the garment. Even though, but I've been with you people, but they will check you. No, you're not cut like one of us. Where have you been? Makes sense. Sometimes it may not be pleasant. Sometimes it may not be fair. Was that air hostess? Was that not the airport official being fair to us? No. Even though she was doing her job, but she was doing it in a very rude manner. But those are the things that come to build your character. Let me quickly talk about the 4 characters. The first character that you must build is what I call the character of selflessness. Just like I did the first 2 motives, I'm going to be talking about after this blueprint. I'm going to take time. Before I go to the 4th pillar, I'm going to really deal with it. Selflessness. Where this business forces you to be selfless. You can't succeed in this business without. We are all born selfish. Everybody was born selfish, including me. The human nature thinks about themselves. If something is happening, you save your head first. That is how we are all created. We are all born selfish. So, but you can't get into where we are going to as a selfish being. The destination of the diamond tribe, you can't operate there if you're selfish. Because you can't lead if you're selfish. Because you'll be thinking about yourself. You has to be trimmed and removed to the barest minimum. And the vehicle to do that is the business that we do. So you must build selflessness. And nobody builds character by saying, I want it. You don't go to the market and say, I have money, go and buy it. No, they go put them for your body. The Holy Book said that Jesus learned obedience by suffering. He said, these are not the things you buy. You guys learn them by the things that you do. So when your teammates come and they're all thinking about themselves, it's an opportunity to learn selflessness. Is it me you're talking? It's an opportunity to learn. Because when you're recruiting people, let me tell you, you're recruiting selfish people into your team. And for you to lead them, you have to be the one selfless. So those selfish people that you put into your team, somebody will tell you, somebody is coming to an office. Listen to me. There's an office. Every day you come to an office. You know that this office needs lights. It needs diesel. It needs fuel. It needs maintenance. 1 kobo you're not dropping. Yet you're making money from that office. And you even know that the person that is doing this thing in this office, you're either his power leg, or you're not even making money, or you're not even in his team. Yet you come in the morning. When they say contribute money for this thing, say, oh, every time they're disturbing us. You also know that the way this business is, even if that person is your upline, you know that you can make more. This business is not employee-employer relationship. It's not the person on top that makes all the money. You know that even you sometimes make more money than the person. You know that everybody is an entrepreneur here. It's not a case of MTN employing staff and their staffs, they are the MD. No, no. Even the person as your leader is not your MD, because you can even make more money. You don't, in the corporate world, you can't make more money than your MD. In this business, you can make more money than your leader. Do you understand it? You understand that even if you're doing well, he has to match it. He has to do again to match it. Yet you're in an office that you know they're using electricity, they're using food, they're using maintenance. One kobo, you are not contributing. You see, that is the nature of human beings. So when you get people like that, you say, no, make it make sense. To make it make sense. No, make it make sense to me. Don't say make it make sense. See that person as a tool to help you become more selfless. See that person that is acting selfish as a tool to help you become more selfless. Thank that person. Some of the people that have offended us, if you understand what I'm telling you, you will carry wine and go and give them and say, if not that you did this, my true potential will not have come out. If not that you treated me like this, I won't have been selfless. My character will not have been down. We're going to celebrate. A time was coming. Those people that you think are the reason, you're going to celebrate because you need them. And that is why it is futile to even fight your enemies. No. Those enemies are the reason you are standing where you're standing. If those enemies have not come against you, you can't be standing strong. So you need them. If the brothers of Joseph did not sell him, did not put him in the pit, they wouldn't have been sold to Potiphar. He wouldn't have become a prime minister in Egypt. That was why when the brothers said, no, come now God you use, build character in me. So for leaders, when teammates are doing anyhow, don't discard them. Just know that it is because you can't build character by yourself. Selflessness. All selfish. But as you come into the business, and as I'm doing this business, it begins to bring take. You're doing what you're doing. It doesn't make sense, but you're building selflessness. Time will fail me to continue dwelling on this selflessness, but you must build selflessness, because a selfish person is not a diamond. Your identity, people look at you, hey, yeah, he's so selfless. You don't manufacture that character when you get to your destination. It must be built over time. Certain things must have happened to you. The second character you must build is humility. Humility. This business will humble you. You see, like I told you guys, it's preparing us for our final destination. This business is a vehicle. We've been on it for 10 years, just like a medical student going through school. Your destiny is not the University of Lagos Medical School. Your destiny is the hospital. But you have to go through this to build in you the character. So when you see a patient with blood, you'll not run away. Humility is the second character you must build. We are all born proud. We are all born with ego. Man and ego are synonymous. When you come into this business and you begin to do it, your pride begins to break down. It's not something that will happen overnight. It's something that will happen as you continue to build the business. So sometimes when something doesn't make sense, just say, this is character building for me. This is character building for me. Somebody that is as young as your last daughter comes and tells you, why didn't you log into cell meeting? Something will just rise in you. Even my youngest daughter is older than you. Is it because of my upline? Is that why you're talking to me like this? But this business will constrain you. It will constrain you. The other ideology will tell you, no, now that you're doing business does not make you stupid now. They say do business does not make you to now use your brain way now. That you're doing business does not mean you to know that you're level. does not make you to know your level. You're a doctor for crying out loud. You're a professor. That your dignity does not mean that a small child will come and be talking to you anyhow, and because of this business, you'll be condoning it. That is another ideology. The ideology that we imbibe says, he is my leader. She is my leader. She may not know how to talk, but I will still respect. It's building humility in me. Because it is not man, it's not your leader that promotes, it is God that promotes. God exalts the humble. It's not your leader that will make you succeed in life and business. It is God. So God is watching. Is this person humble? So this business will build humility. So even when you flare off and say, why are you talking to me like this? This business will now tell you, go back and apologize. You say, this is my daughter now. You're talking to somebody that is young enough to be your last daughter. But because you're in the business that expects that you respect her because she's your leader, you do that. You made people of other call you a fool. But you're wise because you're building that character of humility so that when your character is fully formed, what to do. But God does not empower selfish people. God does not empower proud people. The things that we do in this generation are the things that God himself will be the one that will alight on you. Like, you know that this one is God. But when God comes and sees selfishness, no. He sees pride, no. When it comes, he sees a group of people, 500,000 people that are selfless. Wow. They are humble. Wow. God himself will come down and begin to do things that even you will know that, this will not be my power. These things are not my power. Even you will know that my hard work did not bring me here. My intelligence did not bring me here. This is where we are going to. But we must be built to that. We must be caught properly. So humility is one of the characters you must build. One of the characters you must build. It's not easy, but you will build it. When you're working with people and they talk to you anyhow, and they insult you anyhow, and you want to flare up, and something says, just hold. No problem. You see, pride is seeing yourself more than you ought to see yourself. Humility makes you see yourself as a servant. Even though you're the leader, you're the servant. Now, I'm going to switch it the other way. You're the upline, you're the leader. And you ask someone to do something and they insult you. Even though you're the leader, that person that's insulting or talking to you anyhow is coming to test your humility. Yes, I'm the leader, and they're supposed to respect me, but they're not respecting me. What is telling you is humility. Accept it. Yes, even though I'm the leader, I'm here to be a servant. Servants are humble. You must take the disposition of a servant. This business forces you over time to take the disposition of servants. So yes, I tell them to do this. They didn't do it because they're a servant. Those days when we grew up, we had house help. How do servants do? They wait on their master. So even though you're the leader, you will learn by this business to humble yourself and to wait on people. That is the pillar of character. You must be humble. You must take away pride. This business will. You see, do you know why most people quit this business? Because somebody talked to them anyhow. You see, instead of you quitting, you're supposed to go through the grind and understand how to accept that somebody. Who are you that they won't talk to you anyhow? Who have you become that they can't talk to you anyhow? President Trump, they are talking to him anyhow. Tinubu, the president of this country, they are talking to him anyhow. The minister, the governor, they are talking to. Who are you that they cannot talk to you anyhow? Who have you saw? Even the master, Jesus Christ, he was slapped. He was talked to anyhow. Yet he did not do anything. He did not, because he understood that those people that were crucifying him, they were helping him to ascend to glory. That is why he even said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. They may be attacking me, but I need them. I need these people. I need them so that I can transit to glory. Even Muhammad, he was attacked too. People said negative things about him. There's no great man, Martin Luther King, he was even killed. There's no great man that people. So why are you that not talking? Obviously, because you realize, oh, I'm not as big as I thought I am. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. It begins to bring humility. And when it begins to bring humility, what happens that people may think that you are being weak, but that is the core of strength. Oh, people might think, look at you. Now you they talk to like this. Now you they talk, what's I'm now? What's I'm back? They think strength is a retaliation. No, strength is in self-constraint, self-restraint. That is when they were crucifying Jesus on the cross. Yeah, calm down. His strength is his ability to despite he knew he could come out of that cross. His strength is an ability to remain on that cross. That is strength. These are things. He said he suffered. He said he learned obedience by the things he suffered. So humility is one of the characters that you must build. Time is failing me. I have about 12 minutes, so let me run. Humility is one of the characters you must build. If you're building, and it's not going to come overnight. And this business will learn you humility, so that you can be prepared and furnished for the master to use. So when the time show, when we see next the next civilization, the next economy, I won't talk about it. But if you are not humble, you can't follow us. And these are not the sharpest of them all, but they are loyal and obedient. Some people say stoop to conquer. You don't conquer when you're not strong. What is loyalty? Loyalty is the ability to follow and obey a system, except when the system is telling you to outrightly go against the law or go against God. That's when you have to tell them it's better to obey God than to obey man. But there's nothing that we teach here. What is key is because that is the strength that keeps people together. There can be no true, you see, strength is found in unity. That's why the president of the United States, he just woke up one morning. He will harness up. He said, I want to take this country. He will go to a sovereign nation, extradite their president, put him in his backyard. He will say, he will come to the country, I want to buy this country. He says, there's a country called Greenland. I want to buy it. That is, is that this to buy country? I want to buy it. He will tell you if you don't do this, he will attack you. It's because of strength. It's not. Can't do it now. Can't say I want to buy Cote d'Ivoire. It's strength, and that strength is based on the level of unity. And what attacks unity is disloyalty. Once there is a disloyalty in a system, two cannot work together to agree. A kingdom that fights itself cannot stand. A kingdom is as strong, and whatever the United States of America says, everybody, the Joint Chiefs, I listen to them. I listen to J.D. Vance. Before the president even cops his right, it's not that they agree. Even though it's in a democratic setting, we can see the unity. So anytime you see something that comes to attack unity, that thing comes to attack strength. The strength of a team is how united that team is. You have a team of 50 people. How strong you are is how united you are. Kidnapping was not, it is disobedience, disloyalty. That is the first sin of man, disloyalty. You disobeyed. So this business builds the character of obedience. Even when it does not, obedience is not when, loyalty is not when you're obeying, when everything is what you think. No, that's the mistake people make. As long as they're giving me biscuit and mineral, I'm obeying. The moment they don't give me, I say no. That's the sin of the devil. He rebelled in heaven. They said there was war in heaven. War comes from that is why any school, any ideology is telling you, no, don't let anybody change. No, stand your ground, though. Know who you are, know your level. Oh. Any ideology that brings that takes its origin from the first person that rebelled. He was in heaven. All of a sudden, it feels for there to be war. It means something is not going right here. There's protests in Iran. Something is not going right here. The first place that protest started was not in Nigeria. It was not NSAS protest. It was in heaven, where an entity decided, I cannot continue doing like this. And there was war in heaven. There was fight. It is called rebellion. It happened where God was the king. So anywhere you see, no, I will not take this. I will not take this. They're using you now. Say no to this. Anywhere you see, including protest, if it is not peaceful, including protest, come, let's carry this thing. I am not involved because it is rebellion. But you can peacefully explain. Peaceful protest, yes. But you see that one, they'll be vandalizing. No. So I say, no, so they want us to now remain this thing. So they can now use us and deal with us and use us and use us. They gave us an example. They said Jesus, even though he was God, he taught it not robbery. He didn't become equal. He became obedient even to the death on the cross. He didn't understand. He became obedient. In fact, he said he learned obedience by the things he suffered. He did not say, why that? He did not. The reason he understood, let me tell you the reason is because he understands that there is a God that handles the affairs of men. Time will fail me to continue on this line. But obedience and loyalty as part of the characters. Don't be obedient and loyal when your leader is telling you to go against the law of the land. Don't be obedient and loyal when your leader is telling you to go against the law of God. Don't be obedient, don't be loyal, because obedient is instructor. If the government says there's curfew tomorrow, if the governor of Lagos says nobody should come out tomorrow, if your leader tells you to come out tomorrow, tell him, I'm obeying you, but it's in accordance with the law of the land. If your religion says thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and your leader tells you go and kill, go and steal, say I'm obeying you, yes. But the president said it has to be in accordance to the law of my religion forbids stealing, so I cannot go and steal. So don't obey blindly. Listen to me. Obey once it's not against the law of the land, once it's not against the law of your religion. Please be loyal and obey. And if you feel that but this is hurting my business, escalate it to the person. And if the person is not understanding, escalate it to the person's leader. Any form of obedience that tells you do not escalate is not the obedience I'm talking about. You can escalate. This is my leader. I don't really like this thing. Yes, we're told to obey, but I'm not really comfortable with this thing. Loyalty means you escalate to the person's leader. And you can escalate and escalate and escalate. And when it comes to me in CT1FG, if anybody here can escalate to me, because I'm the president and the leader of this whole civilization, you can escalate to me. And that's why you need to be praying for your leaders. Don't murmur against your leaders. Pray for them so that they can follow the right path, because they're still human beings. You need to pray for them. You must pray for your leaders. Pray for the president of your country. Pray for your church leader. Pray for your imam in the mosque. Pray, because when the board comes to them, you still have to obey them. So you need to pray that they are aligned properly. But you must be obedient and loyal. It may not go your way, still be obedient. My time is up. I have 3 minutes. The fourth character I'm going to talk about is the character I call love. Time will fail me to talk about this love, because it's the greatest of them. I'm going to touch it. And I'm going to be doing more trainings on this character. The first character we talked about today is selflessness. The second character is humility. The third character is loyalty and obedience. Jesus learned, and these are things you learn by the things you suffer. The things you go through it. You will learn it. You don't buy it. You learn it by the things you go through. Jesus learned obedience by the things you suffer. You go learn them. So when the business comes to teach you, learn. Then the fourth one is character of love. Now this is a bit dicey, and I'm going to break it down. Love is treating other people like you would treat yourself. That's love. Love is coming to a point where you're not easily provoked. You're not easily angered. Love is when you put yourself in other person's shoes. Love is a point where you want to get angry, but no. You see, have you ever seen two people in love, two young people in love? Yeah, your boyfriend is this, I know, let it be like that for me. Your girlfriend is this, I know, let it be like that. It's not covers a multitude of faults. So you must come to the point where you intentionally love your teammates. Even when they are attacking you, love them. You know what? You know the honest truth is, let me tell you something. This business, because we have a lot of enemies that attack, a lot of people that will come and say all kinds of negative things. People go to their step, but the honest truth is that we overcome them by love. Now, love is first of all, before you can show love, you need to understand why you're showing love, because it's easier said than done. If you know that this person is helping me to build character, you show him love. This person is not coming to destroy me, it's helping me to build character. You will show him love. Because the teacher, the lecturer that is setting your exam, this exam, I will not graduate. You show the lecturer love. You attend that exam. You're not quick to castigate. You're not quick to destroy. You're not quick to slander. That's not love. Time is up. Is that get already? Time is up. Time will fail me to dissect on this issue of love. But one of the characters you must build is love. Love does not get easily angered. Love sees the best in everyone. Love covers the people's faults. Yes, I know, but you cover their faults. You see the good side of them. Now let me round it up. I've been distracted all this while. For the next 2-3 minutes, listen to what I'm about to say, because time is up. Why must you build character? Why must you be selfless, humble, loyal and obedient, and exude love? Why must you do this thing? Let me tell you why. It's because in the battles of life, the stronger person wins. When the challenges of life come to you, if your building block are not made up of this character, they will fall. When the storms of life comes to you, if the what you're using to build is not made up of this, because first of all, you must become the character, and you begin to imbibe the character in the people that you're raising. So your building block have these 4 characters. If they don't have these things, I'm telling you, when the come, you will collapse. When other ideologies, human beings are in strata. When he says somebody is higher than somebody, it's not that somebody has money than somebody. You might be richer than me, but you're not higher than me. Listen to me. A man's life does not constitute, is not measured by the by
No, maybe I'm talking to myself, please. Please, if you can hear me, can you type 1? Network through Sonny out. Network threw him out. Please confirm if you can hear me, please. Confirm, please. Okay, good. Wow. This is one of my best training ever. In fact, I've not seen this kind of training before. And I thank God that it's coming from one of the best. And in fact, I don't know if we all enjoyed it the way I enjoyed it. If you know you got value from this training, if you know you were motivated, you paid attention. I'm talking to those. Don't just type because you want to impress your upline or whatever, or you want to impress me. If you know you paid attention to this training and you got value, please type value, please. Just type value. That was a very good one from the great mind. This is the person that God gave this vision, told him, go and manifest. Some of us don't know that we can even be bigger than this particular man, the chosen one, the person that God chose among all the men. God can choose you if you are available to be used. Some of us that are not ready to be used, the little one you are doing, you say, they are using me, they are using me. You are not yet ready, and you can never be ready. These people, they are brainwashing me. They are using us. If you are not ready to be used like Ambassador Michael Okoli, forget about success. The young man is already successful, and they have given us whatever thing that we needed to run this business. The question is, where are you building this business? Where are you building the business? That is just the problem some of us have. And I don't have much to say this night because of time. We have taken a lot of time. I want to appreciate the Unbendable family and the person of Sunnyville. Always, in fact, he's always ready to fight poverty. In fact, always ready to fight poverty. And I really thank God that his village people came at the wrong time. They came when we're already closing. Thank you so much, Sunnyville. I want to appreciate all the newly onboarded active partners that we just added on this platform. We really appreciate each and every one of you for making out your time to come here. Now we're going to re-educate you on how to report especially the report card, how you are going to be reporting, and other things you needed to know. We're directed to make sure that this particular video, in fact, this particular training go to everybody. So maybe your platform, or maybe especially in your platform, we are going to get it so that you can sit down and listen to it properly and understand it better. So congratulations to those that are just joining us. This is where you get your mentorship. You are already being separated from the crowd. So thank you, and may God Almighty bless each and every one of us. And I sincerely wish to see all of us at the top. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye for now.